Yes, beware the Ides of March. Yes, it's something a warning to you, and you'll find out what this means in just a little bit. All right, before we get into that, let's review real quick yesterday. So we were looking at the fall of the Republic. So here is the whole Republic. This will go away. You see the expansion of it through different times. First Punic War. All right. All right. So the rich were taking Latifunia, and nobody could find a job because the slaves were doing all the jobs. Check out the slaves. They started throwing bread and entertainment at them. This is from the movie Gladiator. And bread and circuses everywhere. Yes, today we'll look at what's called the first triumvirate. This is Crassus, Pompey, and Caesar. Caesar will end up being the top dog at the end. This river will be important today, the Rubicon. Notice where it's at. It's in the northern part of Italy. Rome is right below it. Gaul or France is important today. And again, beware the Ides of March, as you see someone being stabbed right there. And lastly, it's supposed to be a joke, and it may be at the end, but Brutus, you can be a real backstabber. All right, let's find out a little bit about what's called the first triumvirate. All right, so generals were taking charge. Let's talk about one in particular. His name is Julius. Julius Caesar, yes. So 33333222111. The year is 60 BCE. Jesus is almost here. 60 BCE. Three men were on top. We have Crassus, Pompey, and Julius Caesar. All right. Crassus was a military leader and one of the richest men in all of Rome. Pompey and Caesar were not as rich, but both were successful military men. Drawing on their wealth and power, they formed I just said it earlier, they formed what's called the first triumvirate. The first triumvirate. Take a second to write that in. So it's Crassus, Pompey, and Julius Caesar. And they're the first triumvirate to rule Rome. A triumvirate, what it is a political alliance of three men. These three guys decided to work together to rule Rome. Okay, so the first triumvirate. So how did Julius Caesar's military campaigns make him famous? So check this out. The members of the first triumvirate each had a military command in a remote area of the Republic. That means they're in charge of different areas. Okay, so Pompey was in Spain, so he's out west. Crassus is in Syria, so he's out east. And Julius Caesar is in the middle, or in right above Italy, in a place called Gaul. Okay, this is what we call today modern-day France. Okay, while in Gaul, Caesar battled foreign tribes and invaded, which is even further north, he invaded Britain, or Britannia. All right, he became a hero to Rome's lower class because they were getting news reports of all the victories in Gaul and Britain, and Caesar became this superstar. All right, senators and others back home in Rome feared that Caesar was becoming too popular and might seize power like Sulla did using his army. After Crassus was killed in battle in 53 BCE, who's the powerful group in Rome? What's that powerful group? The Senate decided that one of the two of the triumvirates should be in charge. There's Crassus dead. There's Julius Caesar. What's the other one? Pompey. That's right. Should return to Italy and rule by himself. And Julius Caesar's like, well, what about me? Well, watch this. In 59 BCE, the Senate then ordered Julius Caesar, to give up his army and come on home. So Caesar faced a difficult choice. He could, just obey the Senate, but perhaps face prison or death at the hands of his rivals, like maybe Pompey. Or he could take his army and march on Rome, all right, and risk a civil war. Caesar decided to hold on to, guess how many soldiers he had? The 5,000 loyal soldiers he had. He marched into Italy by crossing a river that he was told not to cross. He crossed what's called the Rubicon. And what it is a small river at the southern boundary of his command area. And he was told not to cross it. By doing so, Caesar knew that he was starting what type of war? A civil war. And that there was no turning back. The phrase crossing the Rubicon is still used today by educated people, maybe by you, because you are becoming more educated, to mean making a decision that you, once you've done it, you cannot take back. All right, Pompey tried to stop Julius Caesar, but Caesar was the greatest general of the time. He drove Pompey's forces from not just Rome, but all of Italy. That's right, all of Italy, and then destroyed Pompey's army in Greece in 48 BCE. That's right. So now it's only Julius Caesar left. And that takes us to what type of ruler will he be in our last question of the day. So the year is 44 BCE. Jesus is getting close. Caesar had himself declared. Check this out. He'll be named. This is, I think we messed up. If he didn't do this, I think he'd lasted a little longer. But he became dictator. Not for just a little while. He broke tradition and became dictator for life. To strengthen his hold on power, Caesar then fired a bunch of folks in the Senate. All right. And then hired new members who were loyal to him. He granted, all right, check this out, citizenship. Citizenship to people living in Rome's territories outside of Italy. He was making everybody Romans. He started new colonies to provide land for the landless and created work for Rome's jobless people. He ordered landowners to use slave labor he ordered landowners using slave labor to hire more free workers. These measures made Caesar very popular with the poor. Caesar also created a new calendar with 12 months, 365 days, and a leap year. This was known as the Julian calendar. Okay, as it was called, was used throughout Europe until 1582. That year, it was modified slightly to become what's called the calendar we use today, the Gregorian calendar. That's the calendar that's on our watches and around our rooms and houses and all that stuff. This calendar, based on the birth of Jesus, all right, has been used in the United States since its beginning and is used by most countries in the world today. While many Romans supported Caesar's, others did not. His supporters believed he was a strong leader who brought peace and order to Rome. His enemies, however, feared that Caesar wanted to be, where did SPQ come on? Remember? He wanted to be a king. These opponents, led by the Caesars, these opponents, led by the senators, came up with a plan. One senator was a good friend of Julius Caesar. His name was Brutus. Brutus and Cassius plotted to kill him. Caesar ignored a famous warning to beware the Ides of March, which is March 15th. On that date, on 44 BCE, while in the Senate, Caesar's enemies surrounded him and stabbed him 27 times in the Senate. And this will bring the Republic completely to an end. Yes, it does. All right, guys. Thank you for paying attention. Let me just show you again. Just a little bit. Maybe these things make sense. Just a little bit more.